Oh, no, 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 no.
Hi guys, this is Carol. Welcome back to my channel. And if you haven't done so just yet, like the intro said, please like and subscribe and please share with a friend. So for the last couple of days, I've been putting up a video every single day. And in doing so, I came up with this brilliant idea that I want to share with you guys. As you know, there's a lot of videos. You can find a lot of content on nails on YouTube. But for the most part, everybody's coming on and just showing how to do nails. So now that we've created an audience where there are a lot of nail techs out there, whether you're licensed to work in a shop or you're just doing nails at home, you're a nail enthusiast, there's a lot of us out there, right? So I decided to do a challenge. It just popped in my head, guys, but I'm ready and it's going to go out. So we realize that there are different levels of skills out there. So don't you worry about whether or not you have enough skills to participate. You will, okay? So the challenge is going to come out in a couple of categories. And if you are somebody who's just beginning your journey and you're not doing gels just yet, you don't have a UV lamp, you just have the bare basics, you could enter in the nail polish category, right? So your package will come something like this. It will have powders in the size. We're not going to tell you what colors they are right now because this is just a sample box right now. And then you will have two bottles of nail polish that you will finish your work with. And of course, we're going to send you some Monama to work with your powders. Now, when your package come, if you choose to participate in the challenge, when your package come, it will have clear instructions on what, when we're going to mail the packages out, when you have to turn your work in, when the competition will be judged, and when the results will come out. It will have all of that inside the packet, right? And each package that you get will allow you have to use everything that is in the package. And then you have 3 elements of something that you want to put in to make your work look unique on your nail set, right? It will also come with 2 sets of tips. So you have 10 fingers, you're going to get 2 sets. We will be able to do 2 sets just in case you mess up one, you have a second one. Now, if you've ever seen the Iron Chef or Chopped, the idea came from that, okay? So you will get a package, and this is the nail polish package, okay? I'm going to put these to the side, and I'm going to show you what the gel or encapsulation package is going to look like. So the gel or encapsulation package will come in a box pretty much like this. You would open it up. It will come with your powders. Of course, the powders are going to come in this size, not the full size, guys. It's going to come, you're going to have your powders. It's going to have your monomer. It may have some artwork. It may have some other stuff in the box. So it's pretty much like a mystery challenge. And then once again, it will have instructions on what it is you need to do. Can I see the nail tips? Just one pack of nail tips. My husband is helping me, guys. And of course, you're going to have a package with the tips. There's going to be one in here, and there's going to be one in here as well, right? So, and the reason why we're going to be sending you tips is because we want everybody to have the same shape or start off with the same shape. So we will tell you whether you're doing coffin stilettos, duck nails, whatever it is you're going to be doing. We're going to send you the tips, and you have to use the ones that came in the package to do the challenge, right? Right, and so it has the instructions in there, and then you get to do the challenge. But just so that we keep it fair and nobody's copying anybody's work, you have to turn in a blueprint as well. So we'll give you an email address where you will turn in your blueprint, your idea of what it is you were thinking about when you decided to do the nail challenge. Now, your blueprint could look like this, or you can do your blueprint on swatches like so. And you will take a really good picture and you will email it. So if you purchase a challenge package, you are not completely registered to take the challenge until you turn in your blueprint. Right? So you have to turn in a blueprint. It could be drawn on paper like so, or you can take a picture of your idea on some swatches like so and send that in, and that becomes part of your, that completes your official entry. Now, if you send in a blueprint and you change your mind a little bit on a blueprint, that is fine. We just want to make sure that your idea was original, that you thought about it, that you put it together yourself. You know what I mean? Right. So what do you think about that, guys? If you're interested in participating, we're going to send out, we're trying to get the first one to be out in January. So we want to collect all the names of everybody who's interested, and then we'll send you the first email introducing, letting you know that we got your interest in trying the challenge, and then all the other correspondence is going to come to you after that. What the cost of the challenge package is, the dates and times that you have to turn in certain things, and when we're going to judge the competition, and when we're going to declare a winner, and also what the winnings are going to be. Okay, all of that details will come to you in an email. And so I'm really excited about it. Just thought about it and I was like, hey, let's turn this up a little bit. So for today, yesterday on my video, I was doing these swatches, and we were using Madame Glam. And so today we are actually going to bring out all the Entourage Nail Gallery products here. And guys, the reason why I am doing this video today, right, is because I had 2 reviews done recently. And to be honest with you, I did not tell the nail techs what to say or what to do, okay? And they tested the product and they actually came to their own conclusion as to the performance of the product. So today, I am actually going to do a review on my product and actually show you how I intended when I went after looking for a product, what it is I was looking for and the performance I was expecting from the product. Okay, so we have some clear right here. We have some dark pink, which we talked about renaming this product to something else, not sure what yet. We have pink Panda and we have mix. All right. So, and the mix is a mix of the clear and pink Panda to a 50-50 percentage. I'll tell you why we did that when we get to that. All right. So we have a lineup of Entourage Nail Gallery. Of course, we have Entourage Nail Gallery Monama that we're going to be using today. And, but you know, I've been showcasing my Scully bottle lately. So this is Entourage Nail Gallery Monama in my Scully bottle. All right, so my husband is here with me. Say hi, baby.
Hi there, y'all.
So we are going to, do you have any questions about the challenge and how that would work?
Yes, I have a question. Can someone do the polish and the acrylic challenge?
Well, everybody's going to be doing acrylic. It's how you finish it, whether you finish with nail polish or you finish with gel, whether you finish with clear gel or you finish in with gel polish, the whole, you know, the nail,
Okay.
yeah. And we will send them some artwork as well. So you pretty much, it's like when you're on the cooking show and they say, chefs, open your basket, and the chefs open the basket and there's some ingredients in there and they got to cook something with that. So we will send them some of the ingredients and then they will have to put some of their own ingredients, but we have specific rules on how you put them in and things like that. And then you send it back. I think that's exciting, don't you?
Yes.
All right, so today I've already pre-selected my tips, and I am not going to be wearing these for long. These are going to be popped off. Honey, can you grab one of the scissors in there for me, please? These are going to be popped off, so I'm not going to be buffing the surface of my nail because they're pretty thin underneath there, and we're allowing them to grow out. So I usually put them on and have them soak them off. But I wanted to do a clear set. I wanted to do some encapsulations. And so this video is going to give you some ideas about basically what we will, some of the elements of the product, as well as some of the elements of the challenge. All right. And then before we actually do the challenge, I'm going to go live and have some of you guys come on and ask some questions so we make sure we get the rules and regulation down nice and clear to everybody. And then in January, the first one is going to go out because I feel like since it's something new I'm introducing, people may have questions. And then, guys, the first one, the prices are going to start off small, but the more participation we get and the more people buying into it will allow us to purchase bigger and better prizes. So you might want to tell a friend. So on these, I don't want them too long. So I just cut them off below the numbers. And I still felt like there was a little bit too long. Okay, that feels like, because I'm going to cut these into stilettos. So I just want to make sure that they're not too long. And I feel like there's a spot where if you cut the nails to the right length, stilettos can be really pretty. If you get them too long, then they don't look that great. We're just going to measure them. So this one is, I went down a little bit too much on that pinky one. Yeah. So don't you think that's a great idea, honey?
Yes, it'd be nice. See what creativity everyone contributes in. It'd be very nice.
Yeah. All right, that's good enough for government work. And then we're going to cut off the sides here because, like we said, we're going for stilettos. I'm going to do some pre-filing. But what I'm really excited about, guys, is to give you my interpretation of what the Entourage Nail Gallery products are supposed to, what the performance is. And then I'm going to link the 2 reviews in the description box of this video. That way you can see what they thought of the products, as well as you can see what they thought of the product as well as what my intentions was, and see if they were actually a little bit spot on with whatever conclusions they came to about the product. So I wanted somebody else to tell you first, because I can say whatever I want about my product. It's mine. But I needed honest opinions from somebody else. I also did a video on hand filing. Y'all know my favorite hand file, the 8080. So we're definitely going to be using an 8080 on these. And you all know I can cut the tips with the scissors on one hand, but on the opposite hand, I have to use my, I have to use a non-curved nail file. So right here, I'm just pre-shaping the nails in the direction that I want them to go in. Very important step, guys. There are some nail techs that are online on YouTube who prefer to do this part after they put down the acrylic. And I tried it for a while, and I have come to the conclusion that for my technique, I would prefer to do it prior to putting the acrylic down. How was your Thanksgiving, honey?
It was good. How about yours, dear?
It was great. I got to spend the day with you. I was very happy.
Yes. It was very good.
We didn't eat too much. Nobody drank too much. And we came home early. Nobody stabbed each other with a fork across the table. I would say it was a great Thanksgiving. Ooh. I hate when that happens. But I'm glad it happened. So I can talk about sometimes when you have a nail pop off like that. This is my own personal box, guys. So forgive me for doing that over the box. It doesn't want to stick if you try to just put another tip down on there because there's already glue there. So that's why I buffed a little bit right there and put some glue there. Alrighty. Alrighty, and I'm gonna pre-shape this a little bit. Sometimes that happens because I'm just super strong, guys, and I am just strong like that, so you gotta forgive me. So I'm just shaping this into the direction I want it to go in. Why does this one look long? And sorry guys, before I come on, I just want you guys to know that I do a lot of research on what's trending, who is trending, do they have the right topics, are they saying the right stuff? And I found out something from, I'm not sure whose video I was looking at. Oh, I think it was, I'll tell you. I'll find the video, I'll link it in the description box. And I started noticing it happened to me in the past, and then I actually started noticing some people's work, and I couldn't tell what was wrong with the work until someone broke it down. After you put your acrylics down, right? After you lay the acrylic, and I'm just going to do one hand on video and then I'm going to finish the other hand offline because I don't want this video to go way too long. But I was doing some research, taking some notes, some other people's videos and stuff like that. And you guys know who I follow, like the real people who have reputations, right? And when you are finished laying the acrylic and you are doing your hand filing and your e-filing, sometimes most people start right here to shape the nail, right? And then by the time you go back and do the cuticle work and stuff like that, the nail, the front part of the nail gets skinnier than the back, and it ends up looking like, the only way I can describe it is like a question mark, where you have a big part here and the front comes in skinny, right? When we get to that part, I will show you exactly what I'm talking about. And the reason why I'm bringing it up right now is that anybody who participates in the challenge, you're going to have certain positions to take your pictures from. And there are certain things that we're going to be looking for in terms of your craftsmanship. And that would be one of the things that we're looking for. Where did you file the nail from? And do you have that question mark? Look. Okay, at this point, you would have been putting in your primer. That's the fingernails good off. You might want to use some swipe or something like that to clean the nail beds. And then you will be putting in your primer down, right? But at this point, we are going to go in to actually working. And I'm really excited to show you guys this because this is all about the way when I went after making a product line, what my vision and what it is I wanted the product line to do, right? So if you go to my website right now to purchase my product, you'll be like, wow, Carol doesn't have a whole lot of stuff on her product to purchase. And I would say to you, well, that's true. The reason why is that each and every single time I add a product to the product line is because I have tested, tried it, and make sure that the product is doing exactly what it is I want it to do. I'm looking for So today we're going to be using a different candlestick holder as my dapping dish. That's what all that rummaging you were hearing back there, guys. Now, I should have showed you before I pour this. This has a big reservoir on this side, and it has a little one on the opposite side. Depending on what it is I'm doing, will determine which side of the reservoir I'm going to do. All right, so today we have dark pink, clear, pink panda, and mix. And this represents my beginner's kit. It's professional products, but it's the beginner's kit. And I'll show you why. If you were a beginner and you tried to put, what were you online on I'm not sure if it was off camera when I did that. So this is these 4 products here, the pink panda, the dark pink, the clear, and the mix. And remember, guys, I am thinking about renaming this from dark pink, okay? So don't hold it against me if when your kit comes out, it comes with a different name. This represents my beginner set. So the reason why is because, one, if you're starting to do nails and you're doing highly pigmented powder could be a little bit challenging to spread, right? And when if you're learning right now and you're getting frustrated because there's a lot of videos that says it's for beginners, and then they have all these pigmented powders and cut creasing and all of this stuff that they're doing, it could make it a little bit challenging for somebody who's learning. And I felt like when I saw other people's frustration, that's what they were frustrated about. How do I learn to do nails and do it with all these highly pigmented powders? And it wasn't coming out right. You couldn't spread it. You were putting down too much. That's another thing. When you're using pigmented powder, it's wise for you to use smaller beads, right? And then finish it with some clear on the top. So I'm looking for something to put my hand. All right, so we have one of these. Ooh, I gotta clean that one. We have another one here somewhere, honey. There's another one here somewhere. So, but also if you try to do nails and you use clear, sometimes your eyes are not sophisticated enough for you to see where the what do you call it? The cuticles are. And from teaching classes, I learned this with my students, that if you can't see it, they'll be flooding. So that's where the pink panda came in, for a color that has a little bit, a tint of color in it, so that you can see so that you can see where the cuticle is and where the powder is. And then we have a couple other shades of lighter pinks that will allow you to see where your work is at. All right. So thank you, baby. So we have my little hand rest right here. Okay, and I'm playing tic-tac-toe with the products where to put stuff. Right, you can still see my hand from there. So to start off, we are going to start with the mix. Y'all know I like to put some clear down before I get to working. Right? I like to put some clear down. In this case, I'm going to show you, well, let's show you the difference between the clear and the mix. So if you were following my videos and you had, and I'm giving instructions to put the clear down so that we don't stain the nail. There is your clear, right? If your eyes are sophisticated enough, you might see where you're flooding, and some people just can't see it. So in that case, we have your option to use the mix, which is a mixture of the pink panda and the clear mixed together. And it's still very sheer that if you're not sophisticated enough to see it, you might be challenged in seeing it. But look what happens when I put the pink panda down. I need some help, honey. Always have your husband close by. Okay. So I have some pink panda that will give you a little bit more clarity on, see, it has a little bit more hint of pink. Hopefully you can see that on the camera. But when you put it down, you can definitely see the pink panda in there. Now, my girl Marcy, this is just to confirm that I did not tell her what to say. And you guys would hear me refer to her as my girl or my friend Marcy. I reached out to her. I saw her videos. I liked them. I reached out to her to do a review on my product, but I don't personally know her. Like, we don't go out to Chili's or anything for dinner on a Friday night. She was giving her honest opinion when she reviewed my product. And she said, I forgot to ask her why, how she came up with the name Pink Panda. Well, if someone ever said to you, hey, look over there, there's a pink panda, you're going to be like, I've never seen a pink panda. What are you talking about? Well, because this product was so incredible, is the reason why we call it Pink Panda. It's like, wow, look over there, guys. It's a pink panda. It was designed to be unbelievable, right? So just enough color that you can pay attention to seeing where you put in the product. That is feature number 1 of Entourage Nail Gallery product, and specifically, the difference between the clear and the pink pandas and stuff like that. Now, so we put that down because I like to protect my work, my prep work. I also, if I'm using pigmented powder, I do not want it to stain the natural nail, so we put some clear down. So you have 3 options for that. You have clear, mix, and or pink panda for touching up the prep work before you actually start laying your acrylics. And hopefully, as a beginner, it will help you to keep your keep motivated, right? Now, here is my pink, the one that we're looking for a new name for, okay? When you're doing clear, when I'm working with clear tips, especially if somebody has had nails before, you can actually see through to the clear, if you're using clear powder, the nail underneath you and the transition from your natural nail to the tip. And I don't like to see that, right? So when I'm working with the pink, I want to pick up some pink and I want to dark pink and I want to put it down. And now you can see the reason why I called it dark pink was because it was darker than the pink panda and the mix, but not necessarily meaning that it's the darkest of pinks, right? So now you can see, and listen, this stuff just leveled itself out. There isn't much I have to do for leveling the product. That was one of the things that when I was looking for a powder, I was looking for something that is so user-friendly that when you put it down, it just levels itself out. If you were a beginner right now, picking up acrylic and a brush for the first time, you would swear you were an expert. The way this powder will just level itself out for you. And I promise you, when you're teaching beginners, like when you truly teaching beginners for the first time, when you are seeing the challenges that they are coming up against, it gets your brain to thinking, what can I do to make this process a lot easier for someone who is a true beginner? Look at that. So I actually wanted to do something. Let me see if I can just buff this down a little bit. I actually had something in mind that I wanted to do with this nail, and I got a little bit distracted when I put the clear down. Right here, see if I can dust that off, and yes, I think I can make it work. Right here, I want to put down some marbling on this particular nail so we can do some, but I wanted to do the marbling with the colors we had yesterday. And maybe this one for Madame Glam. So I'm going to put a clear layer of, it has a little bit of powder there, guys. Forgive me. I kind of forgot that that's where I was going with this. And so it's, I hope that it will allow me to marble easily. And so we were trying this yesterday. And I want to do a couple of different things on this nail. Oh, that's kind of bright against that baby pink. Yeah, so that's why I call it dark pink, because it was darker than the three colors. Oops. So I have a pinch of clear right there. And I'm putting, come on, I need this to hurry up so it doesn't spread all the way out before I get to do what I want to do with it. Come on. And I want to get one more color in there before it spreads everywhere. Come on. I don't want to touch the brush to it, but I don't want to make it spread out either. Well, whatever. Gotta touch the brush to it because it's taking too long. And then I'm gonna take my little tool here and I'm just gonna twirl it around to give me a little bit of a marbling effect right here. I got a little bit of acetone here, guys. And wait a second, I have a cleanup brush. Yeah, I don't want to use my actual brush to do this. So I have a little bit of a cleanup brush here. And I'm going to clean that out. And then I am going to cure this in my lamp for about... I'm going to cure that for about 60 seconds. Because I want it to be completely dry. I want it to be completely dry when I put the acrylic over it. So we just did a little simple marbling that any beginner can do, all right? So I put some clear down and then some clear gel uncured, and then I'm putting 3 different colors that would match what I have going on here. And then I just use a little tool, a dotting tool, and swirl it, okay? So because there's so many layers there, I wanted to make sure that I got it nice and dry for 60 seconds. So forgive me for a second while I dry that one nail. Sorry, you have to sit there and watch this because I'm doing the voice while I am taping. So I won't be able to cut that 60 seconds out. All right, so I got a little bit of marbling there. And now I am going to go back to my dark pink. And I'm going to pick up a bead like so. And I'm going to put it down right here because we're going to do a little bit of ombre over that. And this is also a cover pink. I have something in mind to give the name cover pink to, but I just really wanted to, when I gave this one the name dark pink, it was because it's part of the beginner's powders and or the learning your training wheels. And I wanted to make sure that there was a difference between the pink Panda, the mix, and the dark. So you can see why we call it dark pink. And so it may not be necessary for me to change the name, but I am thinking about it. I want to make sure my hand is on, right? So, and then at this point, you can probably choose to go absolutely clear on the top. You can choose to go pink Panda on the top, or you can choose to go mix on the top. So I'm going to opt for the mix because it's sort of like a sheer pink. And I'm going to encapsulate the front like so. So all of a sudden, you can be a beginner who is actually doing artwork. Now you can also do this artwork with powders, and I will show you that on another nail, if not on this video, on another one, right? And you don't have to encapsulate the entire nail, but I am using this as a build-up to actually build the nail up to the right thickness, not necessarily for encapsulation purposes, even though that's exactly what it just did, encapsulated the whole thing. But I'm using it at this point for building the nail up. So when we talk about, do you have any questions about that, honey?
No.
I haven't lost you yet.
No.
Right. So I have, I build that up so I get the right thickness on the nail. Put it in like so. So when you have the value of a powder, you're not wasting the color powder on making the nail so thick with it. We'll use pink Panda or clear or something else to do that. Alrighty, unbelievable, that pink Panda. Alrighty, I'm actually liking that a lot. So what else we did yesterday? Oh, we did some of these, and I'm trying to figure out, do I want to do that the same way I did this, or do I want to do it? I think I'm going to have to do that on the top. So I'm just going to finish this whole nail right here with the dark pink. So that just like you see it all the way down. And it is darker than the pink Panda, but it's light enough, right? That if you were doing a client who wanted to just wear this powder out without any polish on the top or whatever, you can put a clear layer of gel and just have it be a natural set walking out the door. Right? And we're gonna save this one for drawing on it. Guys, this powder just leveled itself. I hope this camera is doing it justice, that you can see. You just put the powder down. It will level itself out for you. You don't have to work too hard at doing that. Wow. How exciting. Don't forget, guys, to police up your sidewalls. All right, on the pinky, ooh, honey, I have some, where do I have that? Ooh, look inside of here and see if you see a little powder called Lush Coconut. I'm actually gonna go ahead and use some clear.
No.
There's another bag here somewhere that has some products. Oh, I think I found it. No, that's not it. I have some point. Guys, I told you guys that we are still working on this room, so the room is a mess. It's gonna be a little bottle, a little jar. That's it. Yay, thank you, my love. Oh, I cannot wait to reshape these. All right, so that had put a little bit of clear on top of that one. And really, it wasn't for encapsulating purposes. It was really for building up the thickness where I needed it. But you can feel free to do it for whatever reason you want to. We just know that you're going to fall in love with this product. All right. On and the reason why I'm doing this, guys, is because I do take clients. You've heard me say this before. I do take clients, and wearing trinkets on top of my nails will pull the client's hair. So I do not, if I, unless I'm on vacation, I don't put trinkets on top of the nails. And we are soliciting the help of Glam and Glitz, and it's Lush Coconut. And I'm going to use this on the pinky finger for just accent. Where I would have blinged this nail out, we're just going to use some Lush Coconut until I start blending my own acrylic. We are just going to use this for just to help us out just a little bit. And one of the things I talk about is when you're testing a product, you want to make sure that your product plays nicely with other people's products, because we all know that we cross brands. It doesn't matter that I have my powders, we do cross brands to find something that we don't have in ours. That's how you get creative, right? I have a little bit of Lush Coconut, and then I'm going to go back to the back of it and put some of the dark pink down for, I'm going to put some of the dark pink down just as a blending, a beginner's ombre. You okay, honey?
Mm-hmm.
Is this stuff really boring to you? You can be honest. I wouldn't be mad.
You have fun with it, so it's okay.
He says, I have fun with it, so it's okay. Alrighty. Ooh, there's something in there. Oh, man. Like one of the Kolinsky hairs. Messed up my... Okay, let's see if we can salvage that. There was one of the strand of the Kolinsky got in there, and I just could not. It would keep me up at night if I left it in there. A nice soft little pinky. Oh, look at that. And that blended in nicely with the Lush Coconut. Look at that. I had the idea in mind, but I really never tried it before. So that's just a testament to show you that Entourage Nail Gallery powders plays nice with others. Okay, and we're going to put some mix powder there because I don't want the pink Panda to overpower the Lush Coconut on the end. It's the only reason. So that's what I'm talking about, guys, that when you're learning, we want you to have options for how your work is going to be. You know, are you going to be challenged by the powder? There's so many things about doing acrylics that is challenging that, you know, you don't need your powder to challenge you as well. Does that make sense, baby?
Yeah.
And that the less pigment in the powder. So that's why I blended it down to make sure that it is still friendly for you to use it. I kind of had fun doing this nail right here. So what we will do actually is cover the whole nail like we did this one, and then we will swirl the whole nail if that's okay with you guys. All right, so here we're gonna go for some dark pink. And I'm gonna put it down right here. So not only did I want this to be entry, to be professional, but I also want it to be entry. So I wanted y'all to be able to, if you're interested and you having challenges, that this powder would really help you get over the challenges and build your confidence. And like I said, I'm only going to do one hand here, and then I will do the other hand off camera, and then I'll give you the reveal in the end. And then I am going to schedule some time to go live so I can answer your questions in regards to the powder. I'm quite sure you would have some questions. Yeah. When you're teaching someone, the best way to figure out what you want to do, how you want the product to perform, is to have people who are learning tell you what's challenging them. And that's how I arrived at where I'm at. And also, the time in which this powder gives you to work your magic is a lot of time. If you want it to perform faster, you can warm the have like a little heat source, and I'll show you what I use for a heat source on another video for the Monama as a Monama warmer. I'm going to use the, do I want to do that? Yeah, just a little bit. A little bit of the mix. I promise you the two Latina nail designs with a Z on the end and Jana, when I sent them my samples, I honestly didn't tell them, but you would have to hear their review for yourself and how they felt about the performance of the product. I will definitely link it in the description. All right. So, and then on my thumb, why are you tired? He's over here catching Z's, guys. Just don't start snoring, honey. Please. Ooh, he's awful, guys. All right, so let's see what we want to do here. I think I'm just going to go. Do I want to do Pink Panda all the way on that one? Yeah, just for the sake of showing you, let's go Pink Panda all the way on this nail. Look at that, guys. For a natural look, and it's self-leveled. I had nothing to do with that leveling itself down. And also, guys, the reason why it is so self-leveling is it's just powder. It doesn't really have a lot of pigment in there. The moment you start adding pigment, you have to start adjusting your how much powder you pick up, the liquid to powder ratio. And that's why we say liquid to powder ratio, and we don't tell you how much that is, simply because depending on what you're doing, the liquid to powder ratio could be different. And back here, check this out, guys. I'm gonna put a little bit of the dark pink towards the back where your nail naturally change its color anyways. And this is just so that it's not really intending for you to use it as a cover anything. I just want you as a beginner to be able to see where you put the powder and where your cuticles are. And then we're just gonna do like so. This was designed for you to be able to see, right? There's lots of videos out there that will teach you how to do a whole bunch of other stuff, but let's just get the basics down. How about that? And we're gonna do some artwork on here as well. That's Pink Panda, guys, with a pinch of dark pink towards the back. Now, if you were supposed to look at your natural nail, you're going to see that the natural nail does change color towards there's a little half moon at the back of your nail. It might be a little bit more pronounced on some than it is on others, but there's a slight color change back there. And just think about the dark pink that I just put back there as that half moon so that you can see. We're looking for visibility. Alrighty, guys. So let's put this to the test now. Let me just make sure this one is dry. What time is it, honey?
5.
I just heard recall, that's why. Guys, I live on a military base, and we just heard recall. If you don't know what that is, it signals. Is that one?
I think so, yeah. Retreat.
Huh?
Retreat.
Retreat. Oh, did I say recall? Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. It's called Retreat. Thank you, baby. So at the end of a soldier's, in our case, this is an army base. We have what is called retreat, where you hear is that a bugle?
Yeah.
The bugle plays to signal the end of the service member's workday. So I just heard it. So I just knew. I was like, what time is it? It's 5 o'clock already. All right, I'm going to put these to the side for a second so that we can work on some filing, and I can show you what I was talking about in terms of the research that I was doing prior to coming on to talk to you. I never ever want to come on here and just talk out of my hiney. I want to really bring information to you guys. And sometimes you can hear somebody say something 101 times, and depending on what level of learning you are, it will go over your head. And I think that this is one of those things that might go over somebody's head. So I'm going to highlight it here today. So while we're waiting until the Pink Panda dries over here, we're going to work on the ones that are already dry. And we obviously know that the Pink Panda is not dry just yet. So I'm going to go with one of my 8080s. And we're going to start on the pinky because I know for sure the pinky is ready. So if you have any product stuck to the side of the fingers, like right here, whether you're on yourself or on a guest, you kind of want to separate that first so that it does not, you don't cut the guest. So if you were hand filing, you see where my hand file is back here? I am making sure that I get that in first before I come forward to the front, because if I file the front first, I am taking the possibility of making the front too skinny in proportion to the back. And when I am teaching, I call this part retrofitting. I don't know if I've ever heard anybody refer to it like that, but I like to say I'm retrofitting the nail, because you have to go in there and, fit it to make it look proportion to your hand. And I'm going for so I'm going to show you this one with the hand file, and then I'm going to go in with an e-file and show you what I mean. And here I'm changing. See how the shape of the nail is taken, where the back is bigger and then it comes in, not the front. It tapers off, not making it so skinny on the front that it looks like a question mark. That's the only way I can describe it, guys. Ooh. Wipe that for me, please, honey. Yeah. As soon as I get this place cleaned up, guys, I don't want it to destroy the surface of the table. Too many things in my way. You're standing in my way. Isn't she pretty? Right? I need to get that point in just a little bit more. But let's go in and remember I did a class on hand filing. I swear, if you get the stilettos to the right length, they're absolutely beautiful. Remember we talk about going around the cuticle with the hand file and how careful you need to be back there? This is what I want to show you guys. When I do that, I'm looking for that drainage, is what I call it. Call it what you wish in Spanish or English. That's what I'm looking for. Right? And remember, when we go across the top, we remove in bulk. Relax, quick, I'm coming. We're supposed to go walking, and so my husband is just over here acting like a dog who wants to go outside with a leash and I want to go for a walk. I'm coming, honey. Yes. Relax yourself. The day is still young. Those of us who have pets understand what I'm talking about. I'm not calling my husband a dog. I'm just saying, when we had pets, that's how the dogs would act. It's like, I want to go out for a walk. Mommy, you're taking too long. All right, so that's what that looks like. And then I'm going to opt for a fine bit here. And I'm going to go around the back of this one first. This is what I'm talking about. Start back here first so that when you go around in here, you can bring this into being proportion to the back and not the back proportion to the front. Does that make sense, baby doll?
Yeah.
If you start trying to make this proportion from the front first and then you go to the back, you might be. Some people might master it, but you might be behind the 8 ball on that. So that's what we want you to be careful about doing. Excuse me, guys. Now I can go in here and retrofit the front to the back. What questions do you have, honey?
No.
You have to be my audience today.
I have no questions.
You have none? You heard me say this 101 times, so you know what it is?
Yep.
All right, well, do what you do and be the devil's advocate and ask me a question somebody would ask.
Why do you prefer the 8080 over the other types of file?
Imagine that. Look at that question, quick. I thought you didn't have questions. So the grit of the 8080 is a powerful grit. You know what I mean? It allows you, at least it allows me to power through filing through the product. You know what I mean? The other grits, the higher the number is, the softer the grit on the file is. So if I use something like a 150 or something like that, it might not be powerful enough. It'll get the job done, but it'll be like next week when you finish filing through it. So other people may have a choice of what they like to use because they don't mind having to work that hard. I just like the 8080 because it's a no-nonsense, Can I have one of these? It's a no-nonsense. I'm going to get in there. I'm going to get a fresh one, guys. Let me see. Oh, well, it's not so fresh, but yeah, I needed a little bit more power than that one had. That's an awesome question. So the grit on that file, the 8080, or you can do 100-180, but I like the 8080. And you will find a lot of nail techs opting for an 8080. Right? So I don't want the back to be skinnier than the front. Or if the front is too skinny, I should say. If the front is too skinny, then it might not look like you thought about it well in advance, and it might show a lack of professionalism. It might show that you need to work on your craftsmanship, but look at that, right? And then I'm going to do them one at a time so you can see me work them one at a time. And my e-file here is beginning to sound like it needs the e-file graveyard. I've had it for a long time. So I'm just going from the front all the way to the back just to make sure that everything is smoothly running into each other. And then my husband and I will go out and go for a walk and enjoy nature. So once again, we want to check the nail to make sure that it's not, stuck to the skin, because my intention is to go all the way from the back and then forward. And remember, we talk about feeling the skin bungee. It's a very slight, I can feel it. And if you follow me for any period of time, you guys know texture is a big thing for me. If you can't feel it, just make sure your eyes see it, that you're very much aware of where your guest's skin is, or where your skin is, for that matter of fact. So that you know that you're not drawing blood. This is not a project to draw blood on. Okay, I'm using my Melody Susie, and I'm using a fine bit. When I get silent, guys, this is just an observation moment, okay? I've already given the instruction, and this is just an observation moment. Very nice. We're gonna brush that off a little bit. Yes, guys, the reason why there's so much stuff on my table is we don't have any shelving in here just yet. So it's a little bit annoying. All right, we're going to check for product on the side. You can, if you don't pay attention, you can cut your guess back there. I'm going to flip my hand over, get underneath it. Remember, we talk about not picking it. Because picking could lead to lifting. You okay, hon?
Yeah.
Don't make me feel bad. We almost done with this hand. You know, if you ask me some questions, you wouldn't be so bored. You know? I'm trying to get you to participate, honey.
I'm watching.
You are? What have you learned so far?
The hand filing takes a while to do it.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know the importance of hand filing. You can do a lot of work with the e-file, but when you're working with the hand file, that's where the real shape comes in, you know, the beauty. And if you don't have a good hand filing game, you might not be in the game at all. Even the best nail techs live by their hand file, you know. If you're doing a good job. And I like to have a teardrop shape with my work. And sometimes the only way I can really get my work to start looking like a teardrop is to look. I came from the era where, we all did hand filing. E-files wasn't as available and as affordable as they are right now. So you would hand file a lot. Is it taking long, honey, or you just bored?
It's taking a while.
It's taking a while. My love, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
He's rushing me, guys.
I just don't want you to get cold. That's all.
I'll dress well. Remember we agreed that if it got too cold, I'll do the Peloton.
I know.
But you want to go outside?
Yeah, I'm Coco Pellet.
If I don't look carefully, I could make the thumbs one-sided. So I gotta make sure I am paying adequate attention to the shape of the nail. So I had a video that I did, the first one that went over 2K. And I did that one with some girlfriends. We were in Fort Lauderdale, and my girlfriends are a hot mess, y'all. Hairstylist, nail tech, we go to these classes. And when we get together, it's just pure adrenaline. Pure adrenaline, pure excitement, supporting each other, regenerating each other. Well, I have one of them. She's a natural. Oh, honey, close that one for me, please. She's a natural nail tech. She used to do acrylic back in the day, but now she just does naturals. She's in upstate New York, and I guess they have more of a clientele for natural nails there. And in as much as I do really good on the shaping, we actually want to sit down with each other and get her back into acrylics. But she has some really great hand filing skills, and she and I are going to sit down, and actually I can't wait to get her on a video so I can show you guys the both of us working together. And remember, I had a little bit of the dark pink back here. It was all the difference in the world. If you're having a hard time seeing where your cuticles are, that it will show you where you ought to be. Alrighty. So I think I'm happy. What do you think, honey?
Yeah, that's nice.
Looks good, my Dusty.
Yeah, it's all right.
All right, so let's do some let's do some. See that box you told me that I had, honey? That had some stuff in it. Let me see if I have a fine sanding band. The cookie tin. The cookie tin. Let me see. Alrighty, guys. I got me a fine sanding band. Hold on. Let me see if there's a mandrel in there as well. Okay. Alrighty, I needed a mandrel. And I just want to, there's multiple ways of smoothing, guys. And you know my MO is it has to be smooth or it ain't smooth. So it has to be smooth or else it ain't smooth. So even though I used a fine bit, if you having divots or you having problems with smoothing, I would not move on until you can rub your finger over your nail and it is smooth. If you're having problems with your cuticle area, like right here, and you're scared to use the bits, the fine sanding band is a perfect tool to help you go around. If you y'all, he's over here twitching. Talk to me, honey.
I'm watching what you're doing.
So let's recap the what do you call it? The challenge. So I challenge you, nail bosses, to a nail challenge where I have these surprise kits. If you've never seen Chopped or Iron Chef, where you have a basket, you open the basket, it has ingredients, and they got to cook a meal from the ingredients in the basket. I am going to send you a kit that you pay for, of course. If you want to participate, you have to pay for the kit. You purchase the kit, and we have a date that we mail it out, an expected date for you to receive it. You will send us in your game plan, what you plan on doing with your kit, what inspiration you have in terms of what design you're going to put on the nail. You can send it in a drawing, or you can do 3D on a picture. Also, if you do not YouTube, you can send yours in that way. Those of you who are YouTubing, and you can enter in the YouTube category where you will actually videotape yourself doing your set. So there's multiple ways for you to enter and multiple ways for you to win. Does that make sense, honey?
Yeah.
Why are you so sleepy? This stuff is so exciting to me, and you just want to take a nap. Yeah, so you can enter as a YouTuber if you want to enter that way, so you can have your rendition and you show how you get from where you were to where you ended up. This is my version of Swipe, guys. Alrighty. And so since I'm not going to get up to go wash my hand, so let's get to doing some exciting stuff now. The finish. So we're gonna, y'all know I have a beat up lamp. Okay, so on this one, we said we were going to do a swirl of all the colors that I use on the last one, but we're going to swirl the whole nail. So let's start with, I have some eye gel clear here, guys. It's not part of Madame Glam. I like to stick with one brand when I'm working, but if I don't, it's okay. Don't hold it against me. Ooh, I know how I'm going to do this one. So we put the clear down, and I'm going to put one line of, I forgot what this one was. Let's see what it is. This is Sweet November. We're going to put one line of Sweet November down. We're going to put one of Hi, I'm Chandler. And because it's going to go down a little bit thicker than the other ones, we're going to make sure you dry this properly. Okay, dry it. And put a layer of this one like so. And this is where you get to have fun with it, guys. I'm definitely going to need a cleanup brush on this. So I'm going to... Woohoo! I got a little heavy-handed there. Get a cleanup brush. Gonna give that a full 60 seconds.
Are you gonna do all them swirls?
No, but wasn't that cool?
Yeah.
How I was able to do that? But there are different ways to do it. So the first one I didn't do the whole nail. We just did an ombre on that one. So I didn't have to do full strokes of the color from the back to the front.
Right.
I didn't have to do it that way, but this one I was covering the whole nail. So, you know, we went from front to back. And it's just, you know, when you're a beginner, some of the artwork that, you know, some people might show as beginners artwork is just really difficult for some beginners to do. So I'm just trying to see if I can do some stuff that is beginner friendly, since this part of the product line is being offered in the beginners class, right? So I want to make sure that I'm putting out some stuff that if you are truly a beginner, that you're not intimidated to try it. Because it could be very intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
This is just another 30 seconds. I just wanted to make sure it was dry because there's so much layers of powder, so many layers of gel in there. I'm almost regretting not prepping my nails to keep this set because it's coming out cute.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, look at that, right? On this one, let's see if we can do it the same way, but I want to do like a... Guys, I'm freestyling this. So if I fall flat on my face, don't laugh. Right? I've never done it like this before, but I'm under a little bit of pressure here because my boo is a little bit tired of the process. He's like, I'm ready to go. So he have me under some pressure here, guys.
I'm a customer.
You're a customer? Yeah, you're one of the customers we don't want. The one who brings their lunch and want to have a lunch date while you're doing their nails. I'm like, listen, we are professional here. You can't eat your lunch.
Hey, I got somewhere else to be other than here.
Huh?
I got somewhere else to be other than just do nails, you know. I gotta go.
Really?
Yeah.
Then don't make an appointment to come when you have other places to be and things to do.
I'm trying to be cute at the same time. See? You're forgetting that fact.
Listen, chick. Listen, Linda. Linda. Listen, Linda. You can go anywhere else and get your nails done that allow you to eat a sumptuous meal. That it irritates me so bad. It's like you're here to get your nails done. Just enjoy yourself. Plus, if State Board walk in on me, I mean, if you're doing this at home and the State Board is not coming to your house to make sure that you're abiding by the State Board rules, that's fine. First thing the State Board is going to tell me, what is this, lunchtime? I hate working under pressure, guys. I have put many people out of my chair because they're rushing me. Don't do that. You're not going to get pretty nails rushing me. It's like, I didn't invite you to come here on your lunch break. Or the ones who come in late and want you to do the most. The one that got me is the lady said, well, the Asian folks do it. I said, let me tell you something. Why are you here? Why are you here then? You should go get your nails done where they don't mind you eating a steak dinner at their nail table. Then who's going to clean up all that crumbs and stuff? Your barbecue sauce and your whatever else. Yeah, I'm going to charge you for that too. Look, guys, drop a comment in the box because my husband thinks I'm unreasonable, but drop a comment and let me know if that irritates you or not, that somebody will, and they eating and you're not. And chances are you hadn't eaten all day dealing with all the Karens or whoever is coming into you. What? Sounds like a personal problem to you. Yeah, she's gonna have a personal problem when I decide I ain't doing her nails. Alrighty, guys. It's different. I'm not sure if that's what I was going for in the beginning. So let's do something on the thumb. I think I'm gonna go with the cream on the thumb. This is some serious freestyling, guys. Do I want to do? No, I kind of want to do Sweet November on the thumb. Guys, this is not, I did not plan on having this rude customer that I have in front of me right now talking about sounds like a personal problem to him. Yeah, but what do you do when you have those customers who come in with their box of Chinese food, sitting at your table? Or the ones who bring their kids and the kids are running around the shop and, whoa, pick up that, honey. Please, thank you.
Knocking over your stuff.
Huh?
They knocking over your stuff.
Knocking over your stuff. The worst part is their moms are not saying anything, and I'm like, could you please tell the baby, the little angel, to stop touching my stuff? Could you please? And she's like, she don't behave like that at home. And I'm thinking, yeah, right. Our little kid is tearing up your house at home. So please don't bring them to my salon when you come in to get your nails or your hair done, for that matter of fact. We love the bambinos, the little angels, but it's not the right environment. I don't even know how I got on that topic, guys. My husband was just being really a bad customer today. And so I'm going to finish the other opposite hand because he doesn't have the patience to wait for me to finish this.
And the bad guy.
Yes, you are. It's like, geez. We agreed to do a video together and then we will go walking. All right, so let's see what this, let's pull it all together. Ooh, look at this one. Nice, nice, nicely done.
See, you need the pressure sometimes.
No, I don't need the pressure. I had other things in mind that I wanted to do to this, but he's like, I don't get to be home very often, and I'm home, so you got to pay attention to me. All right, I'm going to put this back for a full 60 seconds. I'm really concerned about drying on the dry time on that index finger. Oh, wait a second. This one needed another coat of the... You see, you have me making all these mistakes because I'm supposed to be... He is... Guys, my husband was a drill sergeant for 3 years. So he's used to doing this to his privates. It's time. So he's over here showing me his watch. It's like, it's time to go, time. Dude, I tell you then, and I tell you now, I am not one of your privates.
You're the only one I got now, so guess what?
I'm the only private you got now? Yeah. Yes, drill sergeant. Drill sergeant. Don't marry one, guys. Ugh. You never see them. They're always barking orders. How many miles we gonna walk today?
I don't know. 1 million.
No, I'm not walking 1 million miles with you.
500 miles?
That's exactly what you need to say for me to not go out there with you.
There's a song talking about walking 500 miles, you know?
I walk 500 miles.
Yeah, you know, you've heard the song.
Mm-hmm. There's also one that says I'll catch a grenade for you.
Mm-hmm. You do that one.
I would not me.
I ain't doing that.
You're not gonna catch a grenade for me, honey?
Mm-mm.
Y'all heard it right here on Entourage Nail Gallery. My husband said he's not catching a grenade for me.
Nope. You're on your own.
You're not gonna be like, grenade, and lay down on it?
Nope. I'll let someone else do that one. I'll let someone else do that one.
Grenade. You were supposed to make the ultimate sacrifice for me, baby. That's what you're supposed to do.
That's someone else's job, not me.
So you would have gone to Iraq and Afghanistan and catch a grenade for somebody over there, but not for me.
I wouldn't call for them either.
You wasn't going to catch one for them either?
No.
Yeah, I thought I was protected, but the man said he ain't catching no grenades.
I'm running.
You'll run that 500 miles?
Yep.
And run 500 more?
Yep.
What? That was Men in Hats?
No, someone else. I don't know what it is. I don't know who it was. but it wasn't them.
We need to figure out who sang that.
It was like a one-hit wonder. It was a one.
So was Men in Hats.
No, well, they had different songs.
I know, but they were a one-hit wonder as well.
Yeah. You have to figure out for your next episode.
Yeah. And then there's also Rihanna and Eminem, Like the Way You Lie. I like the way you lie. Guys, I just totally rushed through this because, like I said, but the shape is on point. That's what I wanted to get at. So also, that's what I wanted to get at is that you can do on the in the challenge package, you can do whatever you want to make your rendition of nails. And we have the beginner. You could enter in a beginner category, and you can enter in a YouTube category, or you can enter in the still pictures, or you just email the pictures to me. And we'll give you the format on how to turn them in. Let's have fun, guys. You know, you've learned something. You've learned to do your nails. You've learned to do your mom and your sisters and your aunties' nails. And now it's time for us to, let's see who does your mama's nails better. Let's see who do the aunties. Let's see who do their nails better than the next person.
Celebrate what you do.
Yeah, let's celebrate you for accomplishing something. Okay, so I'm totally stoked. I'm totally excited about it, and I can't wait for some of you to sign up. If you're interested as of right now, you can send me an email so we can do like a little inventory on who would like to participate to carol@entouragehairgallery.com. Just email me. I'll leave the email in the description box. Guys, I think I'm going to do a set just like this. Matter of fact, when I do this hand, I will do this hand 100% like this. It worked well with somebody else's product. I have a little bit of spillage in the corner here. I just want to clean that up. No picking, guys. File it away. I had a little bit of drainage, and that drainage is actually gel. It's not, yeah, it's just gel. Alrighty. It's just me showing you what we can do with the Entourage Nail Gallery powders. It will finish a complete set. I'm just going to go in with some cuticle oil. You all know I like to put some cuticle oil to make sure I can see the product go all the way around my nail. And I'm just going to go ahead and post this, upload it. And y'all know my husband was hot on my heels, right? So
it's my fault.
It's your fault?
Yep.
As long as you got what you wanted, you won, right? All right, guys, that's my husband of 17 years. I'm keeping him. He's annoying, but whatever. All righty. All right, I'll get back to you on another video. And matter of fact, you might get a bonus second video today because I want to do this hand 100% like that. All righty. Thank you for watching and have a great day.